For those of you who don't know the premise of this, basically, we are running a real quick and dirty game of D&D, which will be, hopefully, over and done, and these guys will have achieved something in the next hour. And we thought to make it even more chaotic, because that's obviously what we need when playing Dungeons & Dragons, is that I wouldn't let them see what they were playing. So they have no idea so far, apart from what hit dice they have. You guys are going to be rolling for all of their checks, and whether they can actually do anything, and you guys are going to name them as well in a minute. So, is everyone ready to go on a journey? Yeah, I think move it down here. Because then you can see the wonderful, massive dice that Sarah has made.
Quick point of reference.
They are so big that she cannot lift both simultaneously.
Quick point of reference as well, we are recording for YouTube.
I have the power!
So you know.
Okay.
In which case, I'm going to set up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set up at 4.
Cool. So, if you're all ready to go on a journey with me,
Clap your hands. Hands on the mics.
No, I wasn't going to sing the campus. So, up first, we have our level 1 rogue, an elf. What is the name of our level 1 rogue? Answers from the audience.
Rogie McRogueface.
Rogie McRogueface.
No, it was going to happen at least once.
So we have Rogie McRogueface.
Dave. Right.
So Rogie McRogueface, just making sure I've got that on my notes as well. So how could you ever forget? McRogueface. I don't know what the rest of y'all are going to be called. So we've got Rogie McRogueface, first of his line. Enjoy! Up next, we have a level 1 barbarian goblin.
Jeffrey.
Named Jeffrey.
Mad Jeffrey.
Mad Jeffrey. Mad Jeffrey, the goblin barbarian. That's Jeffrey.
I have a horrible feeling that you're gonna be.
I feel like I know where this is going.
Hi, Mad Jeffrey.
I knew it.
Up next we have the level 1 warlock human.
Tim.
What a really basic name. For a basic. And finally, we have the character who will, after someone sass, probably not make it to the end of this campaign. We have our level 1 druid halfling called Tyler. This is one fight club you ain't getting out of. May the odds be in your favor. So.
I just saw my hit points.
Oh boy.
Have fun with that one.
Level 1, squished by a rat, not to be trying.
Yeah. I mean, you say that,
You
but
know,
mine's is worse.
No. Yep. So, for any of you who came in a little bit later, these guys have literally just seen their character sheets, as you can see from their faces. But we're going to paint you a mind picture. Baby. And hopefully, they survive it. So, you guys are all friends living in Townsville. A small farming village, ironically, just on the outskirts of kind of the local principality. And I'm moving closer to the mic. And carrying on down, we're going to get real close. So you guys are all friends, and one of your, let's say, adversaries, because this is D&D, you don't just have folk you don't get on with, you have adversaries. Chad's a bit of a prick. So Chad has said, after the last time that you all went out pub crawl and you got thrown out because one of you is a bit obnoxious. Not saying that I preemptively put it down as the druid halfling, but
You've seen me play.
But I've seen you play. So yeah, the halfling got you thrown out of the bar last time, and it's not a big town, so like there's one other tavern you can maybe get into if you want to have a night out. But like at the same time, news travels fast in Townsville, and Chad has placed you a bet that you will not, under any circumstances, all be able to get into this bar and be served tonight. So, naturally, your quest is to see if the four of you guys can get into the tavern and each get served in the next hour. What happens next may surprise you. So, you guys are heading in, and sadly, your cleric, whose name is Sandra, has been grounded. Sandra was grounded because her mum found out that, Tyler got you all bodied out of the bar last time, and as the cleric, she's a good, God-fearing individual, almost as much as her parents, and they were like, no, you're not hanging out with those guys anymore. So you guys are sort of free-falling into this with no healing whatsoever, just to keep it fun. So, you guys are making it down the street. How fast you're going to die depends on how these guys roll for it, basically. So you guys are making it downtown.
Are we gonna make it through the door?
Macy's past, walking fast. You're tavern bound for the Blind Bear. What do you guys do?
Is it open?
Yeah, it's kind of mid-evening. It's a tavern, they don't really close.
Does it look busy?
Well, you have to open the door and find out, my dude.
There's no windows?
Tyler, you're not going anywhere near that door.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere near that door.
You can't see in the windows.
You're wrong.
I mean, I also can't really see in the windows because I'm a goblin, but you know, it's fine.
I'm gonna roll a perception check.
First roll of the dice. Who wants to be the one to roll? You're closest.
As a warning, are you very good at it? Somebody else is gonna roll a perception check.
Roll it to me. That is a 2 plus your perception.
Oh, 3.
You see that you are in front of a tavern.
Which is frankly incredible given that roll.
You've lived here all your life, so I'm giving you kind of like a bit of a basis of you've passed this building before. So yeah, you're in front of a tavern. Rogie McRogueface decides to reiterate that to you guys.
Thanks.
Guys, there's a cabin.
Thanks.
Wow.
I would also like to make a perception check.
Come on down!
We can see this. This is like dangerous.
Crit 20!
Hey!
You can now see through walls.
Mad Jeffrey can see through space and time. You kind of run up to the door and kind of and manage to like just see over, because I imagine goblins are maybe about yay big. So you've like been like look, and you just kind of like see a little bit first time, see a little bit the next time, and you're like, yes, tavern. There's people inside. There's a barkeep up at the back. There's some folk kind of hanging around.
It's open. There's people in. Like we can do this. It's okay. You're not going anywhere near it.
What
do you mean? What could possibly go wrong? Everything.
I mean, you got us kicked out last time.
Well, do you want to go in first then?
Yeah. Go into the tavern.
So, this is the line that I've been waiting for the entire thing. So a goblin, a human, a halfling, and an elf walk into a bar. And, like, I can finish the panel now. I've got what I want to do. So we've got the setup for the joke. So you guys walk in, I'm presuming. So you go in first. And
Tyler's gonna hide behind him.
yeah. I mean, taller than the goblin, but still, yeah, I'll allow it.
I've probably got...
Wait, no, roll stealth.
No, I'm gonna
You were next, just get around the back. Stealth.
And yeah, halflings are smaller than goblins.
No, I'm gonna say
Halflings are small, given my speed. Goblins are medium.
goblins are not medium.
Can I assist? Can I hide them in my cloak?
Are we okay? We're going to go roll for an assist.
It's a 4!
Roll for an assist.
Roll again. You get advantage.
It's a still a 4.
I don't think I put it out with you.
Oh my god. +0.
+0. So you get a goblin coming in, behind which you've got an elf. You've got an elf. I'm just gonna shout. You've got an elf with like underneath, totally not a halfling. And then you've just got at the back, you got Tiny Tim.
We should have...
God bless us, one.
We should have... We should have like done a little goblin and a halfling in a trench coat. In a trench coat.
So that happens. I'm presuming you're following in behind that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're going in. What?
Anyway, I can pretend I'm not with them. Performance.
Roll a performance. Who else wants to? Yeah, come up. Roll a performance. That's as closest we can get to a bluff, I guess.
Well, there's deception.
It's a 4!
You might have a plus.
It's on that one.
2. You got 6. So you just kind of. So you're clambering in. You're like, and at the back you're like.
Tyler from under the cloak is like, hey, come on, Tim, you're lagging behind.
You're just doing like, you know, that weird like teenager thing when you're in like, totally you're like not quite far enough back from them, like not want to be left behind by the group, but also like not wanting to be seen with them, so you just kind of come across as being a bit weird and almost draw more attention to yourself. Congrats. So you guys get in, obviously, it's the kind of standard tavern setup as you have seen from the other blind bear establishments across the area. It's now a chain, it's like Spoons. So up at the back, you've got the bar, your goal, and up there's the barkeep doing his thing. Down by the fire, you've got a couple of people, a big dog. You've got a couple of other sort of tables sitting around with people at them, having a little drink, etc. Having a little chat between themselves. A couple of people are eating. It's not stowed out because it's not too late in the day, but you know it's kind of middlingly busy. There's people in there. They're ready to kind of go around. And you guys are now standing in the middle of the doorway, looking not remotely suspicious in the slightest. What do you do?
If this is basically Spoons, can I roll something to see if there's an app we can order on?
You want to see if there's a fantasy app? Sure, go for it. Who wants to roll to see if there's a fantasy Spoons app? Yeah, go on.
20.
A 12!
Just a 12.
Just a 12.
Really a terrible.
Yeah, there is a spell, but the only person that had it prepped was a cleric, and like she's grounded, so it sucks to be you guys. Nice try though. So yeah, you guys are in there. You've kind of gone, oh crap, Sandra's not here. She's got the spell for ordering from the bar. Though then they would know that you guys were in there, like magical signatures and stuff, so that would have been a whole other thing entirely. But yeah, you've realised that that's not an arrow you can go down.
Mad Jeffrey is, by his name, very mad. So he just goes, I just want a drink. And just like, goes into the bar.
Just yells that to the ceiling in the middle of the bar.
Yeah.
So you just snap your head back like a peasant and yell, I want a drink! Okay, so everyone turns around. Because the few people who had kind of looked up when the door opened, this is a small town. This is like, you're not from these parts kinds of town, but you are from these parts, so people have already gone like, oh god, it's these guys. Because you're not infamous, because you're not high enough level, quite frankly, for that, but like at the same time they're like, it's these kids coming in, trying to do stuff in our bar, and you just like gone full feral on them, and like decided to scream to the literal raptors that you'd like a drink.
I would like a drink.
That was the next line.
As everyone's kind of noticed you. So, at this, bartender up at the back just kind of looks at you and kind of narrows his eyes. And kind of continues cleaning the glass. But like, he's got his eye on you guys now, he's like,
Hey Luke, can I make it really interesting and name the bartender?
yeah.
Deirdre.
Deirdre.
Oh no.
Yes, you can, Ginny. Yes, you can. Oh no.
Is there anyone playing cards or dice or anything?
Yeah, it's a tavern. If you want to roll a perception check, again, because that went real well for you last time. Who would like to roll a perception check? Yeah, do you want to scoot around the back? Don't worry, there will be plenty of rolls for everyone the way these guys are going. Whatever your stuff is.
So 18.
An 18. So you don't quite do a Mad Jeffrey and see through time, space, and the fabric of the universe itself. But you do see that the group that are down beside the fire with the dog, they are playing some sort of cards and dice
I'm
game.
gonna talk to the dog.
Let me finish giving Rogie McRogueface the lay of the land. Obviously you've got the barkeep up the back, Deirdre. She's not impressed. And then you've got a couple of people who are just kind of sitting, having some food, etc. And what you do recognise is Helga. You know that Helga's friends with Chad, and like they've been hanging around a lot recently, so Helga probably knows that this is the only bar that you could be in. And she knows how much gold, a whole 3 gold pieces, are resting on you guys not getting to the bar. You think she might even have a cut?
Joke's on Chad, I don't have any gold written down in my sheet.
Yeah, you gotta try and get, remember, with the amount of gold that you guys have on your sheet, a drink.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh no.
So I'm going to try and earn some gold by blinding, alright?
So, it's up to you, and these guys and how they roll for you, quite frankly. So yeah, you're wanting to go,
Go gambling.
you're gonna go gambling, because that always ends well. So you're gonna head over to the table at the fire.
Yeah.
Go for it. Pet dog.
Good luck, you know.
Pet dog for good luck.
Roll
dog.
handling.
Roll animal handling. Sure.
It never gets used.
Who wanted to roll? Yeah, go for it.
No, I roll in. I do. Yeah, but it's testing it out.
Testing the weight.
No, it's not.
Stand for the edge. Do it again.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm.
That's what you do. pat the dog. It doesn't bite you. For a 15, you'll even get like a little snuffle and a little lick of your hand.
I mean, that's my night mates.
I mean, you're still going to lose to Chad if you don't hustle good, but yeah. So you sit down, and as you are familiar with this town, and you know everyone, you are sitting with the ogre. Name?
Bob.
Bob. You're sitting with ogre Bob. And who do I have? Yes, a gnome who's this one. Karen the gnome. Oh no. What is even funnier is what I had down for the character for this gnome, and I'm just like, it's like you knew. So you sit down with, and if you're remotely interested, the dog's name's Boris. I named the dog, but not the people. Got my priorities right. So you're sitting down with Bob and Karen and their dog Boris, who've now partly become a couple. Dynamics that you know. And you're going to ask them to join their game, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, ask, sort of sidle in.
I mean, it's literally two people and a dog playing the game. There's not like a deal playing.
Dog playing the game.
What a clever dog. No, it's two people and their dog. Yeah, I don't know. Someone roll a d20 for me. You want to roll a d20? Let's see how smart this dog is. That's a smart dog. With a 19, yeah, the dog's playing. Boris's intelligence is now 19.
Boris is clever, but not
I think he's literally the smartest person in the room is this dog, which says a lot. So yeah, you're going to deal in with Bob, Karen, and Boris. While you're doing that, let's get back to what everyone else is up to. So you snapped your head back like a hedgehog to the ceiling that you want to drink. Tim is having an existential crisis behind them, I guess. And we've got...
and Tyler is also here.
Tyler is also here. So, what do the rest of you want to do? Well, this pantomime is going on in the corner.
I'm going to see if there's an empty table to maybe sit at.
So there's not really an empty table. Everything's got at least one or two people on it. There's a table kind of like just down from the bar that's just got one person at it. But they're not like really at it. They're kind of like standing beside the table and just kind of like leaning on it.
Are they doing that one person in a 6-person booth thing?
Yeah, but it's not a booth. It's like a big kind of round table. They just kind of like you know, like when someone says act casual. This guy's acting casual.
Do I know them?
I don't know, do you?
No.
I don't know, does he? Roll a perception check to see if he recognizes.
Well,
12 plus whatever you use on your perception.
Math.
Plus 1.
1.
Plus 1, so that's a 13. So he looks kind of familiar. Like, it's one of those ones that from across the room you're like,
Is that when like someone's in cosplay and you're like, kind of recognise you, but I kind of don't because you're wearing a different wig today?
you just kind of squint a little bit, you're like, you feel like you've definitely passed this person in the street before, but you can't like quite click on who it is.
Gonna go up to him.
Sure, what are you gonna do?
Say hi, I guess.
You can roll to just you say hi. So you do that, you walk up to this, you go, hi. This person, who seems like weirdly tall, like not ogre tall, but like
Are they wearing a trench coat?
Uncannily tall? I don't know. In fact, yeah, you did a perception check, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they wearing a trench coat? Yes, they are indeed wearing a trench coat. Oh.
I really wish it was me that rolled the perception check now. Because Blair isn't using me.
No, it's not me.
No, Hugh.
Hugh. No.
Okay.
This is not Hugh.
I know what this is. I'm not seeing it, so I can't say anything.
He might be a distant relation of
I
Hugh.
know neither in character, not out of character.
I am so glad, because the only person in this entire table who would not know what he's just walked up to is Blair. Blair rolled a perception check of 1 with a -1. So yeah, you walked up to this kind of like uncannily tall person in a trench coat. And you've shouted hi to him. What are you guys doing?
I think Jeffrey's just gonna be really blatant and just walk up to the bar and ask for a drink.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
See if this works. The rest of us are just going to be, why didn't we think of that?
Basically.
Yeah.
He's basic, it's fine.
That is a 9.
Plus.
Plus 1, 10.
That's what, so you get 10. So you walk up and you like hop your way up onto one of the stools in front of Deirdre and you're like,
Deirdre, can I get a drink please?
no.
Why?
Deirdre's just like, no.
Why? I want a drink.
Oh god.
Well, that'll be 3 silver.
I don't have any money.
Well, there'll be no drinks then, won't it?
No.
And continues just staring you down and cleaning the glass.
Kind of like hops back down and it's like,
Well, we tried, guys.
Chad's getting
we're
that.
done. We're good now.
What's Taylor doing?
Tyler is going over to the card table to go talk to the dog.
Right. So are you just gonna talk to the dog?
Okay, so what he's going to do is he's going to walk up to the table and he's going to like drag a chair over and then he's going to like hop up and try to like sit on it backwards all cool like.
But because you're
so
tiny, your
short.
legs just stick out to the sides.
And I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Right. Who wants to roll for our first spell? On your hop then.
This is a really smart dog. I'm worried about what the dog's going to say. Not anyone else in the room, just the dog now.
15.
Plus 2, 17.
So yeah, you cast Speak with Animals. Like, oh,
Hey bro, what game are you playing?
fantasy snakes and ladders. That's why there's cards. There's always cards in fantasy games. So yeah, you get Boris. He's like struggling to roll the dice. Like they put it in a cup and he, like knocks it over with his nose, and that's how he's getting his rolls. Like he's working around the no thumbs.
He's doing better than us.
I don't know this game very well, so I don't really want to play, but you want some help? I have hands, I can hold your cards.
Boris just kind of looks at you. Now Boris is aware that Boris is the smartest thing in this bar. Just because he's a dog doesn't mean he doesn't know the lay of the land. And he knows that Tyler
It's bad.
Tyler is bad news. Boris just kind of looks at you and like growls. And like scoots his cards with his nose closer to him. He's like,
Wow. Tough crowd.
you wanted to talk to the intelligent dog that knows that you're at it. So while this is all going on, we'll come back to you because now we've gone full circle. We're back with Bob, Karen, Boris and Tyler.
Right.
Rogie McRogueface.
So, trying to put a little wager on the game, and I'm going to use deception to try and...
Make them think you've got anything to wager. Who wants to see if Rogie McRogueface can deceive these people into... in fact, how much are you trying to tell them that you've got?
I mean, not a great deal. I'm not going to go overboard and be like, I'm a millionaire.
Wager a drink on it.
Oh. I like that, yes.
Do you whisper that?
Yes.
I will love it. Because I don't want you to think I'm not a kind, benevolent god. But yeah, roll deception with advantage.
That means I can have 2 people.
Well,
you can roll twice.
Yeah. You got to roll as well.
I'll do that.
At the same time.
Nice.
So that is on 19.
Hey.
Or a 17. So we'll take the 19.
So I've got 20.
Yep, so they're like, wager a drink? Yeah, sure, that's fine with us. And they kind of like pull the cards back into the middle, shuffle them, and they deal you in.
Fancy snakes and ladders.
A fancy snakes and ladders. There's no board, it's just dice and cards.
I mean, I'm obviously going to cheat.
Roll sleight of hand then. Ford, my man. Let's see.
Exactly.
It's a play! You cheat. So they kind of do the first round, and you come out on top. And Rob's shocked, quite frankly, because like, as you said when you sat down, you've never played Fantasy Snakes and Ladders. You're basically just playing something between Snap and rolling dice and just like smiling a lot. It's like, oh, beginner's luck, and like goes up to the bar, pours you in, gets you in there pulled, and you've so far, Rogie McRogueface is sitting there
1 for 4.
and has a drink. Back on the other side of the bar,
Oh no.
Tim and our unusually tall friend in a trench coat are just kind of like staring each other down.
I don't know why you're all laughing. Genuinely don't know what's going on.
You'll find out soon enough, I imagine.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's not dangerous, it's just funny.
That's what you think.
Nice weather we're having.
Oh wow! I think from across the bar, Tyler yells, "Oh wow!"
This draws everyone's attention. What are you doing while this is all going on?
Man Jeffrey has kind of like hopped back down from the bar, like, and attempts to sneak around the side of the bar to try and get a drink.
What's your stealth? I don't know, we're about to find out, my dudes. Come on, let's roll for the barbarian roll. Come on. No, barbarian, yeah, barbarian goblin rolling a stealth check. This is gonna go well.
Yeah, well, we would see how I go.
Oh! That was very good. That is a 1. Is that a 1?
No, it's actually
Yeah, no, it's a 1 this time. It's a 1! Yeah, that was plus 1, so I get 2. What's a nat 1? But it's a nat 1, so you get. So you pop down, and you, like, Tyler's just shouted, "Oh, come on." So everyone is just like, has looked up for whatever they're doing. Just as you hop down, try and like scramble around, and Deirdre's just like,
Get out of my
like,
pub,
you get
flame.
round, and then like you just meet with like legs. And you look up, and Deirdre's just like,
Hi.
She just slammed the bar like down.
yeah, take 3 damage.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, basically you're the only one here that could probably take 3 damage. So you then kind of like
I want 11 hit points, guys.
stumble out.
I started with 9.
I started with 8.
And you're the closest one to an encounter, Blair. So yeah, perish, Tim, perish. So you kind of stumbled back out, slightly concussed, back to kind of the right side of the bar.
I think at that point you probably just want to add 1 to intelligence.
I mean,
actually improves
my
it.
intelligence is 8. So he's not really clever, it's fine.
The dog is over twice as smart as you.
I know.
How does that feel?
It's great.
So yeah, that's happened. You're conversing about the weather. And so you ask...
I'm not sure he's conversing.
So you've kind of gone, how's the weather? And there's just kind of like a sort of... It kind of wibbles a bit. Like the trench coat figure just kind of like undulates a little. And there's kind of like what almost sounds like a sneeze. From like the knee region. And then like a, it's fine. Kind of comes out from on top. And like the leaning gets like jauntier.
I love how everyone else at this table knows exactly what's going on. You have no clue.
Oh. The terror on your face is bringing me so much joy.
He's a kind of benevolent DM, honest.
So yeah, you're concussed and kind of like in the middle of the bar. You've sorted your life out.
The dog's too smart for me.
The dog's too smart for you, and you're having a time. What do you guys want to do?
Mad Jeffrey just kind of sees you with this person. Can I roll a perception check?
Now Jeffrey, roll a perception check. Yep.
Please roll nice. Please don't want that one. That would be pleasant.
11.
It was so close. Where am I at? 0. 11.
And imagine this isn't a high check.
No, this isn't a high check, but like some of you people might know this individual. Some of you would not.
Right.
That looks like Mike. Mike's a halfling.
Okay.
What do you do?
Wait.
Finally gets it.
So not only is Mike a halfling, Mike really doesn't like you.
Oh.
What do you do? Also, how are you approaching this? Are you just like going straight in, or are you kind of coming in from side? Like how are you?
Like,
paint me a mind picture.
so Mad Jeffrey's come out from behind the bar, still pretty concussed from the bash on the head. Not the highest of intelligence anyway. And it's just kind of sees you guys over there, and it's just like, that looks like Mike. I don't like Mike. I'm gonna go and sit with Boris, and well, I'm gonna go sit with my
Do you
other
say
friend.
out loud?
Yeah.
Do you say?
Yeah.
Roll initiative. Because you say out loud, that looks like Mike. Mike turns his head and goes, huh? And go, I realise it's you, goes to move away, stumbles, you're up against 3 halflings in a trench coat.
More people to roll dice for initiative.
Just come up and form a queue.
Wait, why am I getting involved? I've got my drink.
Yeah, but
Part of the party! Part of the party, part of the crew.
part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Okay, rogue. 5.
Even rogue face.
2, I think, so you're 7.
Druid. 13.
Plus 0.
Whatever Blair is. Warlock.
Warlock.
12. Plus 1.
13.
Barbarian.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was bad at math.
14.
Plus 1 is 15.
So 15
8.
I can just
As
get the
Mike needs
Pokemon
friends to-
station for
I'm
like.
just sort of, they're not doing
in my
great.
head.
Pokemon battle comes up.
Do you want initiative for Mike?
No, I've already rolled for Mike and his compatriots, and they're not rolling great. Lucky for you guys.
Mike's torso and Mike's legs.
So, as they disrobe and drop into 3 halflings, now no longer in a trench coat, you see that it's Mike, Lewis, and Neville.
Neville!
Yeah, Neville doesn't like you. And Lewis is kind of ambivalent to you guys. Like, he only kind of got brought into this because he's a kind of stocky friend, and he's like a bit of a wet blanket. So he's also been thrown out of all the bars. You were the reason that Mike got thrown out of the other one. So at the top of the round is Mad Jeffrey.
Oh yeah!
So Mad Jeffrey,
And Jeffrey obviously sees Mike disrobing, and essentially he's just like, I don't like you, and goes to hit him with a chair.
bearing in mind, so at level 1, to keep this simple, they have hit thing and hit thing with thing. So, would you like to roll a dice? To see if you hit Mike with a chair.
This escalated quickly.
Yep.
15! Roll your damage!
1d6. 1d6.
That's a 1. So you, like, tap. You lightly tap Mike with the side of a chair. He's kind of narked.
It's the concussion. You're aiming for the other Mike.
You can, like, bearing in mind, you're also, like, while your strength is high, you're also a goblin. So you kind of pick up the tray and just kind of, like, tap him with it. And Mike's just kind of like, huh? Or no, it's Mike says, huh? And up next is Tyler.
Okay. I've seen the Nevilles here. And
Yeah.
Tyler's not happy. So Tyler is going to run over and try to tackle Neville to the ground.
Roll for grappling? Who wants to roll for... Yeah. In fact, if someone else wants to roll up next, just form a queue, because we'll try and get
It's going to be
through.
a long
Just strength contest, yeah?
Yeah.
11.
-1 is 10.
Rolled a nat 11. So you go for Neville. Neville just kind of like tussles you out of the way and like flips you. He was in judo in high school. You're prone.
Oh, great.
But you're not damaged. Tim, you're up next.
Can I back away very slowly from this encounter and just go slide into the bar? Just
I feel like
sit down,
this is
just
guilt
be
by
like,
association.
No, you are in this fight, my dude. This
Roll
number
initiative.
is not big enough that you could not be in, like... You gotta do something, you can't...
I mean, you got 2 spells. You got 2 spells.
It depends on how absolutely harsh you're
That
feeling.
one.
can I roll to be friends?
Yeah, you can. Someone roll to cast friends. Well, are you casting it on all of them? They're kind of in the immediate area, so you could.
Yeah.
It's a crit.
Get him to buy us a drink.
So they're all like, Neville's just flipped you onto the ground, and Mike's like getting ready to pick the chair back up to beat you with it. Lewis is just like really wishing that he'd stayed in and played Fantasy Xbox tonight. Like, he wasn't down for this, guys. You said it was going to be a quiet one. I just had to be the middle part of the halfling in a trench coat. And then all of a sudden, like, what do you say to them? What do you do to win these bad boys over?
Come on, most winning times. Get that mic.
You're the only person here with a charisma score that's worth talking to. That's worth talking to.
That's fair.
How's about we all be nice and calm? Let's de-escalate this, and how about we all go get a drink instead?
To which, yeah, their wisdom saving throws are low enough that, yeah, you would be able to beat them with basically anything. To which Nella goes, "You lying?"
How about you get the first round and I'll definitely get the second, because my friend over here has just won quite a fair amount of money on cards.
Roll a deception check. But you will get advantage on it, so 2 people who want to roll a deception check.
Please. Oh my god,
Neville
what?
thinks this is like well set. He's like, yeah, bro, you're dial with it. And he like heads on over. Deirdre's like just watching this, like she's got one hand on the bat underneath, the other's holding the mug. She's like about to go over the top of it. She will break you guys up if she had to. Like,
She would break you guys if she had to.
she'd break you guys if she had to.
Deirdre stops a bar fight. Why could one of you just loudly put your water glass down? That will stop an entire bar brawl. If it comes from Deirdre.
It's a wonder you guys made it this far.
I mean, it was an empty one right there.
I know.
I didn't realise it was going to jump up.
Like, I was like, no, I'm not doing
One on
it.
perception. So yeah, Neville heads on over, pops himself up onto a stool, turns round and kind of does the math on his hand, slaps down some coin, and Deirdre starts pulling you guys some ale. He like brings it back round, slams it down on the table, and you guys start to drink. But on the flip side, while you guys have all had your drink, you still got Mad Jeffrey in the team. What's Mad Jeffrey? I mean, you've got your drink, you're a bit concussed, you're also still Mad Jeffrey, and you really hate Mike.
Oh no.
Kind of look at Mike,
Oh, no.
still over there. He's
He's the other side of the bar. Mike's like,
He was going to take
he's like
up the chair.
completely vacant.
Man Jeffrey. I would like to rage and pour the drink on your head. I've had one sip. One sip. You gave me the idea, it's your fault.
So, I don't know if y'all know how friends works, but as soon as someone attacks one of them, or looks to cause damage, friends is no longer working. Oh, Mad Jeffrey! Oh, Mad Jeffrey!
Cause damage, technically.
God, that idiot tried so hard. I say I tried so hard, the audience tried really hard for me.
Well,
I'm
let's
using,
see.
I'm using this sibling here, like,
If you've decided you would like to rage, you have to attack on every turn.
yes.
So that would count as an attack, which means you've attacked.
Okay. I guess so.
Which I suppose means we need to see if you hit.
Yeah.
Who would like to roll to see if Mad Jeffrey
I mean, I'm
has
hitting
just
with a
bodied a
thing.
halfling?
I'm hitting with a thing, I guess, because I'm hitting with ale.
Yeah, you're hitting with a thing.
Like, after you've poured it out, you're hitting with a mug.
I mean, yeah.
10. Yeah, it hits. Roll a d6. Okay, so you've clambered across this table. You're just going and scudded this guy, like just point blank, right on the noggin. The glass has shattered. He is down. Mike is unconscious.
My Jeffrey's very happy.
The dog starts barking. The rest of them are out of friends. I'm just going to we've not got long left, so I'm just going to maintain the order that we were already starting from where Matt Jeffrey was, because you started this.
I started.
But Mike is down.
Yes.
Now, this is the last bit, and essentially, I thought there might be a chance that you would get to this point. So you essentially have 2 rounds of combat to either get out of here and win the thing, or to bolt for the door. Because you've bloodied and concussed someone in your bar. You have 2 rounds of combat till Deirdre gets you. So this has now become like the wacky races. You can either stay and fight, which you've got Matt Jeffrey the Barbarian in range.
I think we know where Jeffrey's going to go on that one.
Or you can live to drink another day. I mean, you've won your money off the chance. And a good story. But like, how much do you want to survive this? And this is where I wish I had the thing so we could have like the Benny Hill theme going on in the background.
Can we all just roll wisdom to see who stays?
Yeah, go on for it.
With more intelligence.
I want to stay.
2 people roll twice.
Right. Oh no, my number's
Rogie with roll face. 1. You're staying. You were sorting from the start. You're just like,
Tyler is already out the door.
Tyler is not, because he's not with me. 19!
19 for you.
And 7 for that, Jeffrey!
That's alright.
So you guys might live. You guys are going to high five, buddy. Or you might, you might.
My numbers are now low because of all the water in my sheet.
I'm really going for like.
So, Tyler, you're up for it. Are you going to use your movement to just try and get to the door?
I'm first going to cast Animal Friendship on Boris, so that he calms down, because he's a good boy, he doesn't need to be scared, he's not part of this.
Oh, he's not scared, he's fuming.
No, he's like, couldn't get you. So you're
Yeah, I'm
like,
casting Animal Friendship on Boris.
okay, cast Animal Friendship on Boris. So I'm going to roll the dice. It's a 3. Boris is still mad.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'm going to run for the door.
So you get about 3/4 of the way to the door. Next up is Tim and is Neville actually. So Neville gets up and he looks at you and he picks up his glass.
Oh, because Friends has ended as well. Oh boy.
And he gets an 18. Now let me ask a question. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
With a 9 armor class, yes it does.
And he hits you for 4. So you're down to 4.
You're down to 4 hit points.
Look at that.
I hate you.
I'm right on the sheet for you.
Yeah.
Up next is Tim. 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning. Bear in mind.
Tim wants to run for the door. He's gonna like, in any way, shape, or form.
He will get an attack of opportunity on you because you're in range.
No, you can use your action to disengage and then like run for the door.
I'm doing that. Be out here.
You get.
I've not got the AC, nor the hit points to be able to survive.
You do have something though that could help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, fine.
Do it.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Who wants to roll for Eldritch Blast? 4.
He rolls good. We want to do it.
Please.
Nice.
Really good.
Roll that d10.
Nice God bless this.
That is a 2.
That is a 2. Like, you go to do it, but like, and it like kind of knocks him over the table. Like, he's not looking good though. Like he's not looking great. He's looking better than you, but he's not looking great. Run away! And you're gonna move away. Because you used action, you get like halfway to the door. Next up is Rogie, make rogue face.
I'm gonna get behind one of the them, so they're flanked, sneak attack, and so that's an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Someone roll me twice, please.
Someone. You just stay up because we're going to have another person as well. 15, 18. You hit. 18.
Still hit.
Still hit. Are you hitting Lewis or are you hitting Neville?
Who looks most dangerous?
Neville, probably.
I'll go with Neville then. Yeah, so do I just do the straight one?
Yeah, I'll just be straight. 1. He's looking kind of rough now, though. Up next is Lewis. Lewis is going to go for you because you've gone up behind Neville. Does a 3 hit? No, it doesn't. So back to the top with Mad Jeffrey. Because Mike is down.
Mike's gone, but then he's like,
Deirdre's coming.
Oh god.
She's like past the bar, she's got the club. She's like halfway between your table and the bar.
Jeffrey kind of looks at Deirdre, I think he's more scared of Deirdre now because of all the stuff that's gone on, and it's just like, oh god! And kind of turns to run. But no, because he has to attack. So he's gonna attack Neville.
Attack Neville.
Yeah.
Roll to attack Neville.
Neville's dead.
I did pretty well.
Yes.
19! Are you, well, you don't have the blast anymore because you shattered it on him, so it'll be a D4.
D4, yeah, just hit him, just slapping him.
2. Neville's down.
Run!
It's now just Lewis, like, and Deirdre.
Lewis didn't even want to be here.
In fact, Lewis just wanted to play Fantasy Xbox.
My Jeffrey's too happy fighting people, he doesn't want to run. My Jeffrey doesn't want to run.
Up next is Taylor. What are you doing?
Tyler's running for the door.
Taylor's at the door. Keep calling you Taylor. You're gone.
Hey, I'm gonna go find Chad and collect my winnings.
Up next is Tim.
I'm also running for the door.
Tim, you get the rest of the way to the door. You're out the door. Up next is not Neville because he's dead. He's not dead, but like
Saving throw.
like they're fainting, like they're level 1s. We're not trying to kill each other here too much.
I
Apart
don't
from
know, you gave me
magic.
a dagger.
It's Lewis. So Lewis is just Lewis magic. It's like 14 against Matt Jeffrey.
That hits.
He slaps you for 3.
That's
You're just
fine.
like. It has now been 2 rounds of combat though.
The rogue's only
And
acted
Deirdre
once.
just rolled a 19.
The rogue's only acted once.
Okay, well you get 1 round before Deirdre comes in at the top of the level.
I'm probably going to run actually.
Discretion might be the better part of valor. So, run.
Yep, run.
Roll to. Yep, basically you bolt. You get 3/4 of the way to the door. Now Deirdre's here. The only person that's still kind of in range, though the last person that hit was Lewis. Right. Someone roll me a d20. If it's over 10, she hits Lewis. If it's under 10, she goes for you. It's
One man, Jeffrey is dead.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, Deirdre's a higher level than you. Where's the other d6?
Oh no. No, I'm going with D6.
Deirdre's a bit of a higher level than you.
That's the
You
same.
got his d6. Another d6.
Oh no. Oh, I'm on 8 hit points, guys. That's going real well.
That's what I started with.
You die, you die, you die.
So, maths said we have a 6, plus a 2, plus a 4. Deirdre
12.
just grabs you by the scruff of the neck and throws you at the door. She rolls to yeet the goblin. And doth she yeet you? Yes, she do.
Yes, she does, because she's made me unconscious.
You slam through the door. As you're going, you catch you on the back of the legs, carry you through, and you face plant outside the door.
And you hear from behind you, "Stay out of my pub, you say!"
I knew Deirdre was coming.
And that was Dungeons and Disasters. You fulfilled your quest.
I was about to say, we did actually fulfill the quest.
You're carrying him back home.
I'm still calling that a win.
You did technically win. Everyone that you fought took damage with the exception of Deirdre, but I'm not really sure we can call that a fight. But yeah, thank you for coming along. Thank you for enjoying that book. We are Bandursnatch Studios. Hey, hearing me with an actual mic is amazing, right? We're Bandursnatch Studios. We do weird stuff like this all the time. If you want to relive the magical moment which was Dungeons and Disasters, Dyson, yeah, I don't know what we're called. Like, I was weaving a mind picture for these guys. I had other stuff. I had to be Chad, Neville, and Lewis, and Neville, Mike, and a dog. Deirdre. It's been an hour. But yeah, we do stuff like this. We are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Come check us out and the other weird and wonderful stuff we do.